Golden Retriever versus Labrador Retriever. Which is better? Hello, and welcome back to Pets Aplenty channel. If you're new here, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more amazing videos. Looking for a level-headed, lovable family dog? Retrievers are among the most popular dog breeds in the United States. But how do you choose between a Labrador Retriever or a Golden Retriever? They're incredibly similar, sharing intelligence, high energy levels, and that goofy personality that dog lovers can't get enough of. These energetic hunting dogs have a lot in common, making it tricky for dog owners to favor one breed over the other. To help you make a decision about your future family pet, we've put together a video guide about these two popular breeds. We'll tell you all you need to know about these wonderful dogs, so you can declare a winner in the great Golden versus Lab debate. Golden Retriever versus Labrador. The great debate. What's the difference between a Lab and a Golden Retriever? Either a Golden or a Lab can melt the heart of any animal lover. But as with most breeds, many dog lovers have a favorite. Are you a Golden person or a Lab person? If you're new to both breeds, here are some key facts about Goldens and Labs to help you decide which one is the perfect pet for you. The Golden Retriever. The Golden Retriever can trace its ancestry back to the 1800s, when the founder of the breed, Lord Tweedmouth, crossed a wavy-coated retriever with a Tweed Water Spaniel in Scotland. The result of this original crossbreeding and later modifications is the Golden Retriever, a dog famous for its devoted, big-hearted personality and rich golden coat. The Golden was bred to be a sporting dog. This means that it is adept at finding and retrieving birds and other game brought down by hunters. As a retriever, the Golden is bred for a soft, gentle mouth and an obedient, highly trainable temperament. Like other retriever breeds, they were often used to retrieve waterfowl and still retain their love of water. Goldens can vary in appearance depending on where they were bred. Dog breed experts note that there are differences in British, American, and Canadian Goldens. The British type is generally larger and more muscular than the other two. There are also some coat variations among the three types as well. The Labrador Retriever. When it comes to sheer numbers, the Lab has ranked number 1 in popularity among all breeds for many years. The Labrador was first developed in Newfoundland, Canada from other local dogs, like the St. John's water dog. The Lab was used as a working water dog to help fishermen retrieve nets and haul gear. Their love of water and expert retrieving ability made them ideal waterfowl retrievers for hunters who brought the breed to the US and UK. Lab experts note that there are two different types of Labrador Retriever. They are the American, or working, and the British, or show Labrador. They differ in both looks and temperament. The American type Labrador is sensitive, intelligent, and active. The British type is generally larger, calmer, and less energetic than its American counterpart, although it can also be a little sillier. Both types of Lab are famously friendly, playful, and outgoing. Besides being a popular family pet, they are also frequently trained as service dogs, as are Golden Retrievers, and Golden Lab mixes too. So as you can see, the Golden Retriever versus Labrador histories are fairly similar in terms of their working purpose. But although they have quite similar histories, what about their stature? Round 1. Golden Retriever versus Lab size. Both Goldens and Labs are popular choices for people interested in medium to large sized dogs. But how do they compare in size? When looking at size, remember that males tend to be larger than females, and height is measured at the tallest point of the body, the shoulder blades or withers, and not the head. Golden Retrievers. According to the American Kennel Club breed standard, male Golden Retrievers are 23 to 24 inches in height. Females are 21.5 to 22.5 inches. Males weigh in between 65 to 75 pounds, while females around 55 to 65 pounds. Labrador Retriever. The AKC breed standard for the Labrador Retriever says that males should be 22.5 to 24.5 inches high at the withers. Female height ranges from 21 to 23.5 inches. Male Labs can weigh between 65 and 80 pounds, while females should be between 55 to 70 pounds. Generally, the Lab is a slightly larger dog than the Golden. The proportions of the Golden tend to be elegant and symmetrical. Labs are generally more solid and sturdy than overly refined. 1 point for the Labrador Retriever, 1-0. Round 2. Labrador versus Golden Grooming. Coat type, grooming requirements, and amount of shedding often play a large role in the Golden Retriever versus Labrador decision-making process. Many people think Labs require less maintenance than Goldens. Is this true? Leave a comment down below. Let's look at the coat types and grooming needs of both breeds. Grooming a Golden Retriever. The Golden Retriever has a medium-length double coat, consisting of a water-repellent top coat and a soft undercoat. They have longer, feathering fur on the neck, legs, and tail. Goldens are sometimes bred for longer, silkier coats than what is described in the breed standard. Many owners like soft, flowing coats, while breed purists say that Goldens as hunting dogs should have more moderate coats. All Goldens, regardless of coat length and texture, require regular grooming. The undercoat grows denser in cold weather and sheds in warm weather. Use of an undercoat rake can help remove loose fur from the undercoat. From the top coat, many experts recommend a good quality slicker brush as a must-have. Some also like steel-tooth combs. More than one brushing per week is recommended for Goldens. Grooming a Golden also requires trimming some of the longer fur with scissors, specifically thinning shears. Areas that require regular trimming with scissors include the ears, feet, neck, and tail. The coat of a Golden Retriever should never be shaved. Besides maintaining the coat, basic grooming needs for a Golden also include baths, nail trimmings, and ear and teeth cleaning. Remember that drop-eared dogs are prone to ear infections. So how does Golden Retriever grooming compare with Labrador Retriever grooming? Grooming a Labrador Retriever. Like the Golden, the Labrador also has a double coat. It consists of a soft undercoat that protects the dog in cold weather, and a top coat that is shorter in length than the Goldens. Also like the Golden Retriever, the Lab does shed its undercoat in warm weather. Is grooming a Lab easier than grooming a Golden? Labs don't have the feathery furnishings on the ears, neck, and tail like Goldens, so those areas will need virtually no trimming. However, while their coat length is short, they do have a double coat that needs maintenance. Labs require an undercoat rake to remove the dead hair from the undercoat. You can then use a slicker brush for an overall grooming, and some Lab owners like to use a comb on their dogs as a final step in the grooming process. Like Goldens, the coat of a Lab should never be shaved. Nail trimming and ear cleaning should also be a regular part of your grooming routine. Labs generally need to be bathed less frequently than the Goldens, which reduces the number of regular grooming tasks for potential owners concerned about overall maintenance time. Another point for Labrador Retriever, 2-0. Round 3. Golden Retriever versus Labrador shedding. As we've seen in the grooming section, both Labs and Goldens have double coats consisting of a top coat and an undercoat. The undercoat will shed in warmer weather in both breeds. But does one dog shed more than the other? Let's find out. Golden Retriever shedding. Golden Retriever owners will be the first to tell you that Goldens can shed quite a bit all year round. If you've ever petted a Golden Retriever while wearing black trousers, you will be able to attest to this. Besides normal everyday shedding, their undercoat grows thicker in the winter and sheds in the spring. This warm weather shedding is often called blowing the coat, a very descriptive term for the extensive seasonal Golden shedding. The best way to cope with shedding in a Golden is with a good brushing every few days. A weekly brushing may not be adequate. Besides regular brushing, your Golden will need regular grooming sessions with an undercoat rake, especially during shedding season. When you first start using an undercoat rake, you may be surprised at the huge amount of dead fur that will be removed from your dog's coat. Don't panic. This will only be at the beginning. A once-a-week raking should be fine. How does Golden Retriever versus Labrador shedding compare. Labrador Retriever shedding. While Labradors do have shorter hair than Goldens, don't believe anyone who says Labs don't shed. They shed as much as, if not, more than the average dog. Like Goldens, Labs have a double coat. While the outer coat is short, it's the undercoat that experiences a big seasonal shedding in warm weather. You will often hear Lab owners refer to this as blowing the coat, just like in Golden Retrievers. Also like Goldens, Labs need regular grooming to control the shedding. They will need a slicker brush and groomed with an undercoat rake. The undercoat rake is the best way to deal with heavy seasonal shedding. If less shedding is the reason you choose a Lab over a Golden, you should be aware that Labs do shed on a normal year-round basis like other dogs, and they also go through a heavy seasonal shedding that will require extra attention. Fur in the house can be controlled by outdoor grooming sessions, so Golden Retriever versus Labrador shedding is similar, but Goldens usually require more day-to-day grooming. For this round, point goes again to Labrador Retriever, 3-0. Round 4. Labrador versus Golden Retriever coat color. We've talked about coat type, but what about coat color? Many potential owners wonder about coat color choices in both Labs and Goldens. Here's a quick look at coat color. The Labrador Retriever breed standard recognizes 3 solid coat colors: black, yellow, and chocolate. No other color variations are acceptable in show quality Labs. The yellow and chocolate colors can both vary in shading from light to dark. Golden Retrievers are, of course, golden in color. The breed standard describes it as a rich, lustrous golden that can vary from dark to light, although very light and very dark are not accepted in show quality dogs. Some Goldens have lighter colored fur on the areas where the coat is long and feathery, such as the tail, neck, and legs. What about the yellow Lab versus Golden Retriever? Potential owners often narrow their choices down to yellow Labs and Goldens because of their physical appearance. Yellow Labs and Goldens can have very similar coat coloring, but their coat types will be true to breed. 1 point for Golden Retriever, 3-1 in favor of Labrador. Round 5. Difference between Labrador and Golden Retriever temperament. The words commonly used to describe the temperaments of both Goldens and Labs are the words we use to describe very good dogs. Both breeds are friendly, reliable, affectionate, gentle, trusting, and kind. But many potential owners wonder about the differences between Lab and Golden Retriever personalities. Meeting the parents, good training, and socialization practices from puppyhood into adulthood are the best ways to ensure that you get the kind of dog you want. Labs and Goldens are both very trainable and obedient, which is good news for novice owners. Canine behavior experts explain the temper differences between Goldens and Labs in terms of degrees. Generally, Goldens are said to be a bit softer, gentler, and more sensitive than Labs. For example, a Lab that gets a scolding may be more likely to brush it off and go about his business than a Golden. While both do well in families with children, Labs tend to have the advantage in adapting to households with boisterous, lively, and loud young children. Many Goldens prefer a slightly more calm and tranquil home environment. It's always important to take your lifestyle into account when choosing a dog, both the breed and the individual animal. An active family with young children may prefer an energetic Lab, while a retired couple may welcome a gentle Golden instead. 1 point for the both of them, 4-2. Round 6. Labrador versus Golden Retriever personality. Both these sporting dogs tend to have a lot of energy and a need for attention. Whichever breed you decide is best for you and your family, be sure to provide them with plenty of room to run and play, both inside and outside, and be ready to get active with them with a good game of fetch or even a swim. They require at least 1 hour of exercise a day. Their need for space and exploration means that apartments may be challenging environments. If you're planning to leave your pet alone for long periods of time, you should consider different breeds. Neither Labradors nor Golden Retrievers particularly enjoy alone time or being crated for hours on end. In fact, both are prone to chewing if they're not kept engaged with toys, activities, and playtime. So for the sake of your shoes and other prized possessions, give these dogs the time and attention they desire. Another point for both of them, 5-3. Round 7. The final round, Labrador versus Golden Retriever health and care. Healthy Goldens and Labradors usually live 10 to 12 years and are suited for an active family lifestyle. Like all purebred pets, there are a few health concerns to be aware for both breeds. Labradors and Goldens are susceptible to hip and elbow dysplasia and progressive retinal atrophy or gradual vision loss. Goldens have a predisposition to cancer, and like many large dogs, Labradors are prone to obesity. So it is important to maintain a consistent diet and exercise routine to avoid excessive weight gain to reduce stress on joints. So for this last round, one more point will be given to the both of them, with a final score of 6-4 in favor of Labrador Retriever. The main difference between the Labrador and the Golden Retriever is that the latter is slightly calmer in temperament and would prefer a more tranquil and chilled environment after his daily exercise. The Labrador Retriever is much more energetic and boisterous and would prefer a livelier home with constant stimulation, while each breed has its particular traits that will appeal to certain families and lifestyles. One thing's for certain, you can't go wrong, no matter which of these breeds you choose. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know if we uploaded a new video. Thank you and see you next time!